This is the Canon EOS R, and I've been using this camera for well over a year now, from everything for YouTube, content creation, to professional work, and I still think that this is one of the best cameras that you can buy on the market. Now there are 3 reasons why I think that, but before that, guys, look at this t-shirt. Canon EOS M50 Mark II. I found this in Uniqlo. Amazing. I really love the M50. It was my first mirrorless camera that I've ever owned, and I absolutely love that camera. But the M50 Mark II is obviously slightly better upgrade of that. Anyway, that aside, this t-shirt, I just kind of saw it and I fell in love with it, and I was like, I have to have it. Anyway, that's not the camera we're talking about today. We are talking about this. Now, for the first reason is the image quality that comes out of this full frame beast. And I'm talking about both video and photo. In terms of photography, this thing has a 30.3 megapixel sensor, which is absolutely phenomenal. Even with some of the newer cameras that have come out, this thing still has a high megapixel count in them, and it produces absolutely fantastic images. I use this pretty much for all of my photography work. I had a Canon EOS R6 for a little while, and I didn't use that as much just because I felt that this thing was better in terms of photography. With the Canon colors, your pictures and images look absolutely amazing. So I have absolutely no faults, and it served me amazingly well for both my professional work and my content creation. So yeah, 30.3 megapixels, amazing. But also the video side of it, yes, it doesn't have some of the more advanced video features nowadays that cameras have. It doesn't do 4K 120 FPS. It doesn't do C-Log 3. It doesn't have IBIS, but does all of that really matter? At the end of the day, this thing still produces very, very high quality video. It has C-Log, which means it's got that expanded dynamic range that you would look for, which is fantastic for editing, fantastic for content creation, fantastic for any sort of professional work you're going to be doing. No IBIS, no problem. Stick it on a gimbal, it does the job. Not only that, it comes with an array of compatible lenses. You can have lenses that have stabilization or optical stabilization built into them. We've seen content creators produce amazing work with this camera. I just think overall, from my opinion and experience using this camera, it's phenomenal. The quality that comes out of it is absolutely perfect. Now, on to number 2, the value for money that you're getting out of this. For the quality you're getting out of this camera and how much it costs now, you can pick up a used version of this camera, or used copy of this camera, used model of this camera. You can pick up one of these bad boys used for under £1,000 or about £1,000, depending on where you look. But you can definitely pick this up for quite cheap. And with all the features that it comes with, I think that's absolutely insane value for money, given the fact that the Canon R7 costs about £1,600 and it's a APS-C camera, and the R10 costs almost the same as this would as a brand new camera. So comparatively, it really depends on what you're looking for. If you want a camera that's full frame but for a really good decent price, then the Canon EOS R is definitely the right choice. You know, despite the fact that newer cameras have come out since, value for money wise, this is absolutely fantastic. It's got C-Log, it's got a high megapixel count, it's got that flip out LCD screen, which everybody loves, which is great for vlogging and great for filmmaking, great for videography, great for photography of all sorts. It's got all of the right features jam-packed into that right price. So yeah, number 2 is value for money. So moving on to number 3. Now number 3 is more of a personal opinion, but it's definitely the ergonomics of this camera. It's absolutely fantastic to hold. It's absolutely amazing to use in your hand. It feels good. But the best part about it is the UI and the interface, and the fact that it has custom modes which you can customize to both video and photo, and I absolutely love that. The mode switching ability on this camera is fantastic. Click the mode button at the top. You can cycle through any of the modes that you want, cycle through into the custom 1, 2, and 3 modes that you would have set, and then you hit info and you can toggle between photo and video. So you can set separate custom modes for photo and separate custom modes for video, and that I think is absolutely one of the best things that I have used in a camera. The Canon R5 has exactly the same kind of interface as this, and I think that it's absolutely fantastic. So for those cameras that have this, it's definitely a game changer when you're on the go and you want to switch from one photo mode to another, just because of the type of photography that you're doing or whatever it is that you're going to be capturing. And if you're going to be using it as a run and gun camera and you want to switch from that 24 FPS to 60 FPS or to the 120 FPS, you can set your custom modes and do that really, really easily. One of the reasons that I really found the R6 hard to use was because it didn't have that feature. Having to actually go into the menus and then change it to, you know, 1080p or 4K, and then change it to 24 FPS or 60 FPS or 120 FPS, it just didn't work. It wasn't as nice and fast as I wanted it to be. But with this thing, I can switch between the modes super easily. It takes almost a split second to do it, and it's fantastic. So that's my 3rd reason as to why this is such a good camera. It's got a really good user interface. It's got those modes that are really easy to toggle between, and not only that, the button layout and everything on it is really fantastic. It's very comfortable. It's minimal, which is the best thing, because you got that one button, that mode button that does it all. You can toggle between all of your modes. You don't have buttons layered out all over the place, which some of the Sony cameras have, and I really kind of dislike that. Not that I'm saying that the Sony cameras are bad in any way, it's just personal preference. So ergonomics and ease of use is definitely up there in terms of the 3 reasons of why I think this is such a fantastic camera. Now obviously there are a whole bunch of other reasons which I can give you, but those are my top 3 reasons as to why the Canon EOS R is an amazing camera to get hold of. Even today, even in 2022, even with all of the cameras that have come out in recent years, this is still one of the best cameras that I've used, and probably gonna be, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is my favorite all-time camera. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you want to see more reviews about cameras or any other tech, then make sure you hit one of the links on the screen. Until next time, this is Kai24 signing out. But yeah, look guys, look. See, you can see that menu screen? Oh, I love this t-shirt. So you got the Canon M50 at the front, menu at the back. I mean, you can't go wrong. If you're a camera lover, then this is the t-shirt for you, right?